Today I'm going to be making the new Krusteaz Custard Tart Supreme Dessert Mix. These were $3.49 at Kroger. You need 1 stick of butter plus 1 tablespoon for the custard, 2 cups of milk. You want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Line muffin pans with paper. It makes 6, so I put 6 muffin tins in here and I sprayed them so they wouldn't stick. So the first thing you want to do, I have my 1 stick of melted butter here. The 1 tablespoon is for later. So right now we just want the 1 stick of melted butter, and we're gonna add it. Let's see what all you get. You get 2 things here. Okay, this says the filling, and this says the crust. So we want the crust right now. We're gonna add the crust mix. And you mix it until it's blended. As I was stirring this, I realized that I needed this would make 12. So I'm gonna get out 6 more muffin cups and spray them, and I'll be right back. Okay, so you want to try to take out 12 even dough balls and put them in the bottom of these. And so I'm just gonna get out a little bit because I want to make sure that all of my cups get some, and then I'll come back and I will put more because I can tell already that some of these are going to take more. And what we're going to end up doing is pressing the dough in the bottom and up the sides to make the bottom of the tart. This is your crust for your tart. So some of these didn't get hardly any. And so it's just a process of going through. So I'll probably speed this up while I am pressing this in the bottom and up the sides because you don't want to wait that whole time. Okay, it says to press the bottom and the sides with a fork. To prick the bottom and the sides with a fork. Better word. So I'm going to do that, just like this. I'm not going to be fussy with it. Then you're going to bake these for 11 to 13 minutes. So I'm just going to put it in for 12 minutes. And then we're going to immediately start to make our custard. So let me get these in the oven and set my timer, and we'll be back. So now what you want to do while your tarts are baking, you want to turn your burner on, pour in your 2 cups of milk, and then you're going to take your custard mix, your filling, and you're going to whisk that into the milk. So all the way up there at the top. Okay. So you want to whisk this in. And this is going to come to a boil. And then we're going to do the butter last once it's thickened. But right now we just want to bring this to a boil. Okay, this is thickened. And I'm going to add my tablespoon of butter. I'm going to take it off the heat. Add my tablespoon of butter, and I'm going to stir that in until it's melted. Okay, now these are my tarts, and they finished probably a minute ago, not very long. And so I'm using a measuring cup just to make it easier for me. And you're gonna pour this into your tarts, your crust. Now, you put this whole thing in the refrigerator for at least an hour. Okay, it's been over an hour, so I'm just gonna try to pop one of these out of here. Maybe I should have grabbed a knife. There we go. It came out. So, let's see how it looks. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at that. So that's nice. So I am going to get a couple of these over at the table, and Kevin and I are gonna try one. So I didn't talk about calories yet. You're never gonna get the exact amount of calories because you would have to weigh them out. However, you can get a good guesstimate anyway. It says as prepared, they're 480 calories as prepared.
3 tablespoons of custard and 1/4 cup of the mix.
1/3 cup.
1/3 cup of the mix.
Of the crust. And
about approximately 2 tarts.
Okay, so 2 tarts. Okay, so 2 tarts are 480.
Basically.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
I smell mostly the crust, truth be told.
Well, we both like crust.
I don't hate it.
No, it honestly reminds me of some stuff that we've had in England. I actually really like that.
I like the crust.
I like the crust a lot.
The actual custard itself really doesn't have a lot of flavor.
I get a butter.
Yeah, that's about it. It's good. I like the crust. I like the texture of the crust and stuff. The thing is, this was kind of a pain to make. Would you make it again? Would you buy it again to make them?
Well, after, you know, when you put this is going to be a long answer. When you put the crust mix into the muffin tins, it wanted you to use a spoon to flatten them down instead of using your fingers. If I had started off using my fingers,
much easier.
It's a lot easier. Yeah. So at first, that was kind of frustrating having to do all that. I really like the end result though, the flavor. I think it has a really good flavor.
I think I would, the edges and stuff are a little thick, on mine at least. Yours are pretty thin. So it depends on how you get it, and you'd really have to make sure you really thinned it out, because I helped do some of them too. You would have to, it'd be really hard to get them all like uniform and perfectly cupped in that thing to really get up on the side to make it look like this picture where the crust is like up on the sides and stuff. You would almost have to make less than 12.
Yes,
to have that.
You would definitely have to make
or not use all the custard mix. One of the two.
Yeah.
Although these turned out pretty good because you had them in the cup, so the custard kind of formed in the cups.
Yes.
So it worked out really pretty good. But if you want it to be up really high on the sides of the custard, like lower than that, you'd probably have to make like 10 or so.
You probably would. Yeah. But I'm telling you, I love the flavor.
But it is really
I
good.
really do like the flavor of them. So
you would,
for the end result, if I was going to make custard tarts, I would make them.
Yeah.
But it's not something that I would make all the time anyway. I don't buy box mixes often as it is, but I really do like these. Yeah, and I think they're worth giving a try. Just be patient and don't expect perfection, and then you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, and get the filling like really. Don't worry about it being really super thin. Go ahead and thin it out a little bit. Don't leave really thick corners and stuff. So it just takes time.
But it has a good flavor. Very good.
Yeah, I like the texture of the crust too. So everything's really good.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.